What is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to each and every one of you. I'm really excited for you. The market is doing what the market does. Shout out to the swing traders. I hope that you are profitable. I hope that you're in the new 1%. Shout out to the hodlers who hodl strong, long-term hodlers. I love that. Listen, the market, man, Bitcoin dominance is at 40.2%. That is just not great. Interesting stuff going on Twitter today. I'm going to share a little bit of that. Was the Digital Commodities Exchange Act possibly overlooked? Was there actually more to it? Did we just get word on the street that the Howey test is going to be changed? Did Brian Quintez kind of hint that the change is coming in that Howey test? Is Linda P. Jones possibly correct in that she believes that the SEC case might even get dismissed versus Ripple? The SEC versus Ripple case might even be dismissed because that will be the ruling, if you will, entity over crypto. Interesting stuff. And she definitely does agree with like what I said, what we've been saying on this channel from day one, that lawsuit was about old money in the form of JP Morgan, Goldman's, and and the like, those top 8-10 banks, especially JP Morgan, right? Remember, JP Morgan and the top banks, they have been owning the corresponding banking system, owning it, and the other 9,992 banks have been paying to play. Let us not forget that. And Ripple came with a different idea and concept with better technology, creating its own network. Never ever forget that the threat, right? I said this time and time again, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs is not worried about Shiba Inu. And I love SHIB. They're not worried about Dogecoin. They're not worried about Near Protocol. They're not worried about Cosmos. No, those top 8 to 10 banks are worried about RippleNet, the company Ripple, the digital asset XRP, and the XRP ledger. Make no mistake about it, guys. So we're going to get into a little bit of that as well. Let me hop into this here real quick because this market is unfreaking believable. All right, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Now, I know most of you have heard and seen this interview here with Brad Garlinghouse. This is a very interesting tweet from Leonidas. Brad talking about CBDCs and Ripple at the Crypto Bahamas conference in April 28th. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced, some we haven't yet announced. Shout out to Leonidas, also known as XRPRK.com on Twitter. That is a massively
at this is Ripple's really trying to solve that cross-border payments problem. Central bank digital currencies are domestic by nature. They're issued by a central bank or potentially issued by a central bank. So they're not really solving cross-border problems. They're solving domestic solutions more often than not. So look, I think that what we're seeing happen with stablecoins, we're seeing happening with central bank issued digital assets, I think is exciting. I'm not exactly clear how it's all going to play out. You're seeing countries experiment and test. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced, some we haven't yet announced, that they're issuing and testing using the XRP ledger to issue their digital assets on the XRP ledger as a token. So we're excited to be working with them. And
I mean, he's flat out on the XRP ledger using the asset XRP. There it is right there. Internet is definitely having some issues. I won't be able to play any videos, but I will be able to share, hopefully share some of these tweets. Interesting times. I'm telling you, very interesting times. Did I even go over the market or did I just switch? I think I just switched. Let me go over the market again real quick. Yeah, so Bitcoin's at $38,105. Ethereum is at $2,788. XRP is at 59 cents. Holy moly. I was right in the middle of doing some videos for our product, and this thing freaking our online product. And look at this madness right here. 59 cents. It was 58 cents when Miss Crypto sees is like XRP's at 58 cents. I'm like, holy moly, crazy madness. Madness. Look at all the double figure red. Shiba Inu is even now. It's down 15.5%. So yeah, the market is good night is doing ape coins. Look at that. Down $17. Look at that chart right there. That's not great. Up 3.5% on the 7 days. So it looks like a lot of people are gonna be cashing out of ApeCoin here, according to that chart there. Yeah, Decentraland down 28% is probably a great buy. Probably do your own homework, do your own due diligence. Look at Sandbox token down 26%, trading at $2.02. Data Networks down 28.9%, trading at $2.24. So guys, look, the market is doing what the freaking market does. Thorchain down 26%, trading at $6.11. And you guys know we like to say, 25 to 30, 25 at the minimum and up. Great shot to get good prices for sure. There it is, guys. Just the market is crazy. I wish the MEX token was back in the top 100, but it's not. It's cool. Harmony One token down 34.5%, trading at 7 cents. Yeah, just not great. So I wanted to make Brad Garlinghouse tweeted about this. First, it was Susan Friedman, right? The DCEA combines appropriate and effective oversight of commodities markets. This is Susan Friedman, head of public policy at Ripple. Oversight of commodities market with the regulatory clarity necessary to keep innovation in the U.S. Huge props to Congressman GT, Representative GT, which is Glenn Thompson, Representative Ro Khanna, Representative Tom Emmer, and Representative Darren Soto for bipartisan leadership on this important issue. And Brad Garlinghouse, so Susan Friedman and Brad Garlinghouse making comments about this. He said, the DCEA is back in action. Congress taking a bipartisan leadership stance on regulatory clarity for crypto is exactly what we need. Exactly what we need. And Brian Quintez said something from the CFTC that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see if I have it here. He said something about codifying the Howey test. Here's Brian Quintez of the CFTC. He said an important bipartisan, again, in reference to the House putting out this DCE Act coming in, right? An important bipartisan effort that would bring regulatory clarity to digital assets by codifying the original Howey decision. That's an interesting statement, and I think we missed it. An important bipartisan effort that would bring regulatory clarity to digital assets by codifying the original Howey decision into law. Codifying the original Howey decision into law and embracing the CFTC's principles-based framework. That feels like there's a message there. And Linda P. Jones pointed this out on her podcast. And she believes that means they're going to change the Howey test. And when we got this thing coming out where it's going to give the CFTC more responsibility over the cryptos, looking like that's the move that's going to take place. This is very, 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 very interesting. And I think we might have missed it. Are they basically saying they're going to change the Howey test and put that into law? Digital Commodities Exchange Act. Digital Commodity Exchange Act. It's just looking like the crypto is going to fall on the commodities in the CFTC, and whoever is above the CFTC, that is what it is looking like. And I think we might have missed it when Brian Quintez tweeted that out. Remember, Brad Garlinghouse saying, yeah, hooray. Susan Freeman. Yeah, and this whole thing with May 4th coming up here when Moody's had put out the big deal with Russia and the possible default, and how that could kind of tank, begin to tank the whole global economy. Leonard P. Jones tweets out, here's the problem, and the date, May 4th. If Moody's determines Russia is in default of the debt, then it will cause a tsunami of credit market defaults. Once the debt is cleared, an asset-backed currency will replace fiat currencies. That, my friends, is very, very interesting. I remember we covered this. We covered that article from Reuters. It's kind of putting things together, right? Kind of piecing things together. And you just think about it. When we think about the SEC versus Ripple, no criminal charges. It was obvious from the beginning that this is about a stall to delay to behemoth that is Ripple and its technology. JP Morgan bet on Ethereum. JP Morgan bet on Ethereum. Looks like he's bet on the wrong horse. They can't even get the proof of stake, crying out loud. Yeah, that looks very, very obvious, guys. Remember, that has always been the fight. And Greg Kidd let us know that earlier, a few months, maybe even a year ago, when he was interviewed, talking about, the incumbent banks are not going to want to give up this fight, give it away easily. It's going to be a fight. JP Morgan tried to make this move with Ethereum consensus and the whole 9 yards, and it looks like it's going to come up short because Ripple is doing its thing, and this is a global thing. Got to get it. The digital asset space is global. It is absolutely global. And it's not just the United States. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this video. I'm whispering because Miss Crypto C's doing a late night meditation. But I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the night, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.